Shout out to Pawd.
A big defensive play for Montana State.
Touchdown, Tommy Milan is electrifying.
Welcome to the Pawd. What's up, podcast? We're having fun here on a Wednesday night, actually recording on time for once this season. So, shout out to us. Shout out to us for actually recording when we say we're going to record. Eric, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Excited for a pick'em pod.
Pick'em pod, dude. And
the first real, we got through opening week and now, we kind of understand what's happening. So it's kind of like the first real pick'em pod of the year,
Yep,
week one of conference play is always a crapshoot.
Yeah. Is the first real Big Sky Conference one. So any games we picked wrong last week, it's just because they didn't really count. It wasn't real. Right. Yeah. Now this is a real first week of Big Sky football.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also,
exactly.
Before we get too far into this, I just thought that we needed to say shout out to Troy Anderson for getting NFC Player of the Week.
Let's go.
Yeah. That touchdown that he had was so amazing. I was so jacked up when I saw that.
Who had him on his fantasy team, Ben?
You did. Did you pick him up? Yeah, you picked him up. You got him. Did you?
I picked him up.
Did
and
you start him?
34.5.
There you go. I think it was 16 tackles, 1 touchdown. Pretty nice.
What a stud.
Yep. Glad to see him doing well. Glad to see him coming back from the injury and not having any significant problems,
Yeah, the only problem is now he's out.
Yeah.
He's hurt again.
Oh, he is? God,
yes.
I need to watch the entire game and not just Red Zone.
Yeah, well, I just got a notification today saying he was out.
Oh, okay. So it didn't happen during the game?
Yeah, I don't...
Just popped up?
He got hurt in the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay.
Knee injury.
Mm-hmm. Damn. This is like we flew so high, and then now you're just bringing me down.
I know. I'm sorry.
I was so excited about everything. But you know that somebody was going to be like, people don't comment at us. They usually know us. So they'd text us directly and would tell us, oh, but you didn't mention that he got hurt. Or we get DMs about it. We get a lot more face-to-face contact than anything else anymore. All right.
Yeah. Should we just dive in?
Yep. Let's just go right into it.
First up, we might as well just get the UM talk out of the way, huh?
Okay, we can get it out of the way. That's fine.
I don't want to do it. I just want to get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like getting a shot at the doctor's office. Nobody wants it. They just want to get it over with.
Yep. I want you to count to 3 and just stick it in me on 2.
That's what she said.
Exactly. It's factual.
They come here for the humor, right?
I can't wait until we get big enough to where people start taking my words out of context. Could you imagine if we got to Joe Rogan levels of podcasting, where we're sitting here and then people are picking apart every word we say and turning it into a new AI video? That would be amazing.
I don't think we have to worry about that, buddy.
No, I think I'd have some gems, though, if we did.
Yeah. Oh, you would. Oh, you would. Anyway, we have Weber State going to Montana.
Yep.
It's an interesting game. I would have liked to see Weber State win last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think so. Montana is minus 13.5 in this game, favorites over Weber State.
Okay.
And I'm not sure Montana deserves that many points after. I mean, Eastern Washington is not as good as Weber State.
Mm-hmm. Is this a fraud battle? Is this
kind of makes you wonder
who is more fraudulent?
I mean, I just really have a hard time believing Montana can beat Weber State by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah, that line, I would definitely feel kind of sketchy about that line. The only thing is that they're going to Washington Grizzly. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why I think that this game might go a lot better for them. They have been playing against some tough opponents early in early in their season. You know, the teams they were playing turned out not to be slouches. They weren't the toughest. Okay, not saying they're the toughest, but I think that Weber State's probably the second worst team that they've played this year.
Or the second best, you mean?
No, the second worst. I think the only team that Weber State is better than is that one high school team that they played in like week 3.
That's interesting. I think Weber State's better than Missouri State for sure.
The way
And
Missouri State was
probably
playing
Western-
probably impressed me more, you know?
And probably what I think they should be better than Western Carolina,
Yeah.
but they're definitely not better than North Dakota, no doubt. And they are better than Eastern Washington. I think they're the second best team.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But Weber State hasn't given me many reasons to believe this year. So.
No, not a lot. But we're gonna need them to find another gear here.
Mm-hmm.
We need Weber State to kind of figure a few things out. They lost last week. Hopefully they're hungry. I mean, I think this is their first conference game, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Unless, were they one of the teams that snuck one in like 2 weeks ago?
No, they played McNeese last week.
Mm-hmm.
So this
they
is
played
their
Lamar,
first conference game. They're going into Montana's house, and I hope they're ready. I hope they get themselves prepared, figure out a way to shut down Junior Bergen, if that's possible. And we need Weber State to roll here.
Yeah, it would really help us out personally. Not the Bobcats. They don't need the help of any wins or losses this week. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing. But personally, it would be really nice for us if Weber State could beat the Grizz.
I have another chance at the trifecta, Ben.
Oh, the Phillies are playing? Oh, yeah, Saturday. The Phillies are playing who's won that series?
It's right now it's tied 1-1 Milwaukee
Okay.
Mets.
Okay, so either Milwaukee or the Mets, we could have a Philly victory, a Grizz loss, and a Bobcat win. For anyone who doesn't know what the trifecta is.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's Eric's favorite. It's Eric's ideal sports day, and he's been chasing it all season long.
It's the mecca of sports for me is the trifecta.
We do have a shot at the trifecta, and I don't know. I want to believe in Weber State to do it for you. I want them to give you the trifecta, but in my heart of hearts, I really just don't see it happening.
All right. Well, it sounds like 1 vote Weber State, 1 vote Montana.
We're split on this one. Yeah. And never mind.
Next up, we have UC Davis traveling to Portland State.
If UC Davis plays anything like they did last week, I don't want to be a single person on the roster for Portland State.
No.
I don't think it's going to look good.
I think UC Davis is probably going to flex their muscles a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're coming off at a huge upset of Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
Why not go out, show the rankings committee exactly what they are, run the score up a little bit, and beat the tar out of an 0-4 team?
Yep, I think that could be the solution in this case. I mean, I just don't see a situation where Portland State makes this an interesting game. UC Davis defensively looked amazing last week. Offensively did enough to win, and they have such talented dudes in the skill positions that I don't think Portland State's going to have much of a chance on it.
No, I 100% agree with you. Portland State's going to get outclassed in all 3 phases of football on this one. UC Davis they're legit, and Portland State they don't have anything to hang your hat on. It's not like they have one player or, even like a group of players that are really good. I'm going to say UC Davis beats them by more than 2 touchdowns easily.
Yeah.
Handily.
Mm-hmm. More than 2 touchdowns in the first half, most likely.
Yeah. So, unanimous. We're back on the same page.
We're back on the same page.
I like it. Next up, we have Northern Arizona traveling to Idaho.
Okay, this is interesting. They're going to Moscow. Going into Moscow, NAU playing against Idaho. I think that this could be another tough week for Idaho.
I mean, Northern Arizona has given us reason to believe that they aren't completely fraudulent. So
they've shown that they are a solid team. I mean, they handled Sac State. You picked it last week. I just don't see a situation where they don't at least play a good game against Idaho. And also, with all the troubles Idaho's having at quarterback, NAU could string this together and strike while the iron is hot, basically.
Yeah, I agree. I think Northern Arizona is going to be riding high off of an upset win over Sac State. Idaho is hurt at the most important position in football. Idaho's defense is going to have to step up to another level in this game. I'm not saying Northern Arizona is a powerhouse, but if you're down to your third string quarterback, I mean, the chances of you putting up 28 points it becomes limited. So I feel like if Northern Arizona scores 28 points, they're going to win this game.
That seems like a fair way to judge it. I think that would be probably the magic number for them to get a victory in the Kibbe Dome, which I do need to take into account that they are playing in the Kibbe Dome, which is different.
Yeah.
Both those domes, both these teams have serious home field advantages. Where are you leaning towards pick-wise? Because I'm on the fence.
I think I'm gonna go with Idaho on this one. They're a better team all around. Northern Arizona's frisky, but Idaho is. I mean, they are a top dog for a reason. They took Oregon, pretty much to the wire. They beat an FBS school. They lost to UC Davis. UC Davis is really good, and UC Davis is a lot better than Sac State. So I still think Idaho has the horsepower to get this one done. But I'm saying if somebody wanted to pick Northern Arizona, I'm not going to call you an idiot.
Well, you cannot call me an idiot then, Eric, because I'm going to pick Northern Arizona in this game. I have a feeling that the Lumberjacks. I'm gonna go chop some wood. I'm gonna put on my best flannel this weekend, heading over to South Dakota. I think you see a tree there every once in a while. So if there's a tree to be found, I'm gonna be chopping it down. Let me tell you. They're not gonna call that town Deadwood for no reason after this weekend.
Yeah. I don't fault you for picking Northern Arizona one bit. I mean, they, like I said, they're riding high off of a huge win last weekend. So I'm going to roll with Idaho just because I believe in the team to get it done. But I don't fault you one bit.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Next up, we have Idaho State going to Cal Poly.
Okay. This is, I mean, it's a good matchup. I don't know if it's an entertaining matchup, Like, it's two teams on a similar level right now. I don't know if I can find anything that makes me super excited to watch it in particular, but it should be a close game.
I don't even think it will be. I think Idaho State's gonna thump Cal Poly.
Okay.
Cal Poly's terrible, and the only team that's worse than Cal Poly is Northern Colorado.
Okay. Now, hey, don't be sending strays towards the Bears right now. Okay. The Bears don't need it. And Cal Poly just beat up on the Bears, and so I was thinking they might be turning the corner. They might be playing a little bit better. They had their get right game against Northern Colorado.
Well, I'm pretty sure Cal Poly's only wins are against NAIA, Western Oregon, and Northern Colorado.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. You're right.
Idaho State, they came out and tried to make a statement against the Bobcats. It wasn't a successful statement, but I do think that they can handily beat a team like Cal Poly. I really do.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't know what Cal Poly has going for it. I know Idaho State has a decent quarterback that has a fairly talented arm, if we're being totally honest.
Yeah.
And some guys that can string together some catches. I think Idaho State's going to kind of probably have their way with Cal Poly, but I mean it could be close. But I'm gonna put my money on Idaho State doing pretty well here.
Okay. I don't blame you, and I also think Idaho State's going to win this game. I think they're a better team. I just think it's a little bit closer of a matchup. I think it's going to be a tighter game, probably going to be decided in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Ben thinks the Bengals can't outrun the Mustangs.
No. I don't know why, but I don't have anything to come back at you with, but, you got it.
I thought maybe this time we'd go through a couple of the Missouri Valley games that are a little intriguing.
Perfect.
And first up, we have North Dakota going to North Dakota State.
The battle of the NDs. Are they ready?
I mean, this is a two top 10 teams battling it out. And I mean, honestly, North Dakota is a pretty good team. I think they're by far, a FBS aside, the best team that North Dakota State has played so far.
Oh yeah. I think this is going to be. I mean, when you get into these state-on-state rivalry games, it's already so hard to pick them. But you have two very, very solid football teams as well, which makes this just kind of almost a toss-up for me.
Well, it's exactly what you said. Those interstate rivalries, they're almost always a crapshoot. I mean, logically, North Dakota State is better in every facet. I mean, they have the better players. They have the better team. But North Dakota has shown some resilience. I mean, their comeback win against the Grizzlies was insane. I think this could be a really good game. I'm still going to pick North Dakota State to win it. But I do. I mean, North Dakota beat North Dakota State last year. So
it's not without
this
precedence.
is one. I think it's one to keep your eye on it at the minimum.
I could see. I mean, does it make a huge difference that it's in Fargo? Grand Forks and Fargo are not that far apart. I would imagine it's easier to get tickets if you're in Fargo, but I think that UND has been underrated the entire season.
Yeah.
I think they're a much better team than people are giving them credit for, even after they came back and beat the Grizz, and they've just thumped teams along their schedule as well. I think that they are a very good team, and I think I'm going to go with my brother-in-law's alma mater, and I'm going to go with UND.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ben's picking an upset special.
Upset special,
Man, I'd be happy if North Dakota State lost. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I can't believe you picked North Dakota State. I thought I'd never see the day.
Yeah. I hate myself a little more for it, but
Mm-hmm.
North Dakota State is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
They
I
are.
hate to say it,
They are.
but I'm picking them. But I'm hoping North Dakota pulls it off.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fantastic.
Your heart says Hawks, but your
Yes.
brain says Bison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I figure maybe we just touch on the South Dakota State game. They're at Northern Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
That's never really easy, you know. Northern Iowa, I'm not saying they're good, but they aren't terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And South Dakota State hasn't shown they are not doing to teams what they did last year, I guess
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to say.
They
They're not
definitely have.
destroying everybody.
Yeah, they seem like they've had a lot closer games this season.
Yeah.
They could just be, you know, how with great teams sometimes they'll be resting throughout part of the season. They know they don't
Yeah.
have to turn it all the way on to win some of these games, so they're a little bit close right now. I hope they continue
Yeah.
to do that throughout this season.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get caught one of these days. They're going to get caught.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, their running back is really good, but they're showing that they are missing everything that they lost last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they lost a lot, and I feel like it's showing a little bit. And really, this could be something that, I mean, Northern Iowa could maybe come and get them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. It's at the Northern Iowa's house.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I say that, South Dakota State probably wins by 30, but
Mm-hmm. I think South Dakota State's going to win by 30. I don't see anything in UNI that makes me want to do it, and I've also watched maybe one quarter of UNI football this year. So it's an opinion that's
Yeah.
based on, a lot right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to pick South Dakota State too, but I want them to lose. So
Well, sometimes
Once
you got to
again.
do that.
I'm just trying to will it into existence right now.
Yeah. Are you trying to fade yourself? It's supposed to go my direction for that. I'm the one who picks everything incorrectly.
And now I guess we might as well get into our own game.
Yep,
Huh?
we can switch back to our game, which we will definitely be playing in. I'm suiting up this week.
Northern Colorado is coming to town for homecoming.
Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine a better homecoming than a stress-free win.
That would be a pretty good homecoming. It's too bad you're not going to get it.
Do we see the backups at halftime?
No.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to root during this game. I don't know. I'm really torn. My heart is torn for this game.
No, it's not.
It is so torn. Between
you
my
can set
Bears,
aside your weird little
between
love
my
story
Bears
with Northern Colorado.
and the Montana State Bobcats. This is a really tough. It's like a house divided, but the house is just me. That's what it is right now. Montana State's going to absolutely dominate in this game. It's going to be ugly. I would almost want to be there just to watch because, as you do, I enjoy watching long touchdown runs and things of that sort.
Yeah. I have to imagine, I mean, if we go up by 30, they're going to put the backups in at halftime.
Yeah. Vegan's been pulling guys early this year. I could see it happening. Backups by half.
I mean, the question is how many? 2?
I don't know. You might have to repeat that. We froze up for a second. What was
I said the
2?
real question is, how many touchdowns does Scottre Humphrey have in the first half?
Oh, I think he probably has 2, or it's split 1-1 with Adam Jones. But honestly, I hope that they try and go through the air more in this game. We've been saying it in every game that's supposed to be a 3 or a stress-free win. But with this one, I really would like to see them go to the air some more. Just try it out. See how it feels.
There is a potential for a Julius Davis sighting
There could be.
in this game.
There could be.
So I just pulled up the leaders for passing, rushing, and receiving for Northern Colorado versus the Cats.
Yep.
And for passing yards, we have Costelli and Malott. And Costelli has 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. And Malott has 857 yards and 8 touchdowns and no picks.
Okay.
Rushing yards, we have Stewart versus Humphrey. Stewart has 235 yards and 1 touchdown, and Humphrey has 593 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And receiving, we have Monroe for Northern Colorado and Rohan Jones as the receiving leader for the Montana State Bobcats.
Who would have thunk it?
Monroe has 183 yards and 1 touchdown, and Jones has 220 and 3 touchdowns.
Pretty solid dude.
I mean, it's so skewed to the Bobcats. It's insane. I just don't see how this is even remotely close. Now, that being said, the betting line for this game is unbelievable. So, right now,
Thank you,
for
Montana
the
Sports
Cats,
Bet.
yes, the Montana State Sports Bet, or Montana Sports Bet for Montana State is minus 38.5.
That's so ridiculous. I mean, Montana Sports Bet is just, they have one goal in life, and it is to destroy the money that was made betting the Cats point spread last year. Last year they beat the points, I think, 11 out of the 13 games. This year, they're just setting those things so high. It's like, and they know I'm not going to bet on the other team. They know I can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, minus 38.5 is insane.
Yep. Especially for a conference matchup.
Yeah. Well, especially, I mean, Vegan has shown a commitment to pulling the starters at about 30 points up.
Yep.
It's, with our defense, the depth we have, he feels super comfortable, it seems like, around that 30-point mark.
Yep.
I can't imagine. I would love it. If we beat these guys by 40 points, I would be one happy bear.
Yep.
For sure. Or happy Bobcat, I should say.
Yeah. I caught you slipping, you know? That's the way Northern Colorado does it. They just kind of weasel their way into those cracks in your heart, and then they fill them.
Over-under is 58.5.
It's pretty fair, but the Cats are going to have to score 55 in order for that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, that if I was going to put money down, it'd probably be on the over-under for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There is no money line for this game.
No. They would have to set that thing at what, minus 5,000?
Yeah.
Maybe deeper than that.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting because on the new 2 deep, Chance Wilson is the backup.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is an interesting turn of events.
Yeah.
Chance Wilson jumped over Jordan Reed.
Yeah, and I mean it's just the 2 deep, so you can only take so much from it. But yeah, he is listed as the backup now. It used to be now it's just him.
Wow. I wonder if something happened in practice, if there was any kind of minor injury for Jordan Reed, or if this is just officially Wilson moving up.
My first thought was maybe injury, like maybe he got hurt or something. But yeah, I know people are probably wanting to listen to hear a lot about this game, but if this isn't an epic pounding, I think I don't think it's like a super win,
Yeah. This is one where you have to win by 40 for it to feel right. Or just they need to be up by 30-some points in the first half.
I sure think so. I mean, these guys got destroyed by Cal Poly.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommy should never even have to throw the ball, honestly. Mm-hmm. Of course we want to see him throw it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think Humphrey, Adam Jones, possibly Julius Davis are going to run roughshod over these guys.
Oh, dude, and not even about that. The defense, the way that they've been playing. We might see another game where the other team doesn't get a first down.
And speaking of defense, we still haven't seen any shotguns from an old Benny.
Oh, gosh, we're back on that. Oh, you were supposed to record them. You failed as videographer.
Failed as videographer?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do them.
I think I did a lot. Okay? Pretty sure I did more than 2.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if we really need a video of me shotgunning beers, I'll make it happen. And what do I owe now? 2 more? Should we stack these up?
I think just one.
Just one more? I thought there was an interception in each game, but maybe there was just one.
There might have been. The last interception in the last game is the one that really comes to mind. But
oh yeah. Oh, we had back-to-back blocked punts, right?
Shit,
or am I just making that up? I think it was 2 weeks in a row where we had back-to-back punts. Blocked punts.
Well, I know for a fact you owe Rylan Ort a shotgun.
Okay. Well, for Rylan Ort, I will do it. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have some time here. I might just go to the fridge. No. Can it be a chug?
Yeah. I'm racking my brain trying to find something to create some drama in this game, and I got nothing. There is no reason we shouldn't throttle these guys. Absolutely none.
Yeah. There was
Are you
one
going to
thing.
be able to watch the game, Ben? That's the real question here.
I should be able to. I'm pretty free on Saturday.
No. Oh yeah. No wedding. It's on
I'm going
Friday.
to a wedding on Friday, so we're good to go. Like, I'm supposed to have some family reunion stuff, but whatever. But no, I'm not sure what that'll be scheduled around. But it'll be a lot of Montana people there, so I'm not going to be the only one that wants to watch the games. The fight is going to be that I'm with all my Grizz family. Let's talk about that. Traveling and meeting up with family that are Grizz fans. It's like, ugh. But I got a few cats on my side, so maybe I can fight to get the game put on.
Well, we're all hoping that you're able to watch it, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the listeners need to help me in keeping you honest about your shotguns that you promised to do for turnovers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
the listeners have just been pounding down the door about this thing. They're the ones that really care.
We really need the listeners to start adding Ben.
Okay.
And forcing this issue.
Mm-hmm. We'll go for it. I did say I would do it. I should have done it before now. It's my bad.
Well, luckily on Friday, you have to go to a wedding anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well just do them to pregame.
Yep, might as well. Just have to figure out a good time for it, No, I'm kidding. I'll get it posted. It'll be on the Instagram page. Go follow the. Let's do this. If we see 20 new follows, no, I'm kidding. You also know what our goals are like on social media when 20 new follows is like a massive thing. All right. Anything else we need to talk about before we let everybody go?
Nah, let's cheer on those Bobcats, and a stress-free win is incoming.
All righty. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Once again, make sure that you rate this 5 stars wherever you are listening to this at. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram and X at CatsPod, and we will be looking forward to watching a great Montana State football game with you all on Saturday.
Adios.